A fatal shooting incident recently occurred in Washington, D.C. The event took place outside the Capitol Jewish Museum. This location is situated near the Israeli embassy. The incident unfolded late on a Wednesday evening. Specifically, the date was May 21st. The time of the shooting drew significant attention. Tragically, 2 individuals lost their lives in this attack. Their deaths were confirmed shortly after the event. The incident sent shockwaves through the community. The victims were identified as members of the Israeli embassy staff. They were attending an event at the museum. Their connection to the embassy immediately raised concerns. Following the shooting, a suspect was quickly apprehended. The arrest occurred at the scene of the crime. This swift apprehension was crucial to the investigation. The individual taken into custody has been identified. He is considered the main suspect in the deadly shooting. His identity was released by authorities. The suspect's name is Elias Rodriguez. He is reported to be 30 years old. His age is a detail noted in initial reports. Rodriguez is stated to be a resident of Chicago, Illinois. His presence in Washington, D.C. is a point of investigation. Authorities are examining his travel and motives. Initial police statements indicated Rodriguez had no prior criminal record. This detail was part of the early information released. It suggested a potential lack of previous violent offenses. Witnesses present at the scene provided accounts of the suspect's behavior. Several reports described seeing Rodriguez pacing outside the museum. This occurred before the attack took place. His actions prior to the shooting are being analyzed. Investigators are seeking to understand his state of mind. Witness observations form a key part of this analysis. The pacing behavior was noted by multiple individuals. It suggested a period of waiting or preparation. This detail contributes to the timeline of events. Authorities are working to verify all witness accounts. These statements help build a comprehensive picture. The suspect's movements before the crime are critical. Understanding his presence and actions outside the museum is vital. It may shed light on his intent. The investigation continues to piece together these details. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. The victims were in the process of leaving the museum. They had attended a Jewish event held inside the building. The event's nature is relevant to the potential motive. Rodriguez reportedly approached a specific group of people. This group consisted of 4 individuals. They were exiting the museum together. He then produced a handgun. The weapon was displayed and used rapidly. This action initiated the violent phase of the incident. Rodriguez opened fire on the group. The shooting commenced without apparent warning. The suddenness of the attack was noted. A gunfire occurred at close range. This proximity increased the lethality of the attack. It also suggests a direct targeting of the victims. Investigators currently believe a single suspect committed the offense. All evidence points to Elias Rodriguez as the sole perpetrator. There is no indication of other individuals involved in the shooting itself. The focus remains on Rodriguez's actions. His movements and behavior during the attack are under scrutiny. The sequence of events is being reconstructed. The close-range nature of the shooting is a key detail. It implies a deliberate and targeted act. The investigation is exploring the implications of this fact. Authorities are confident in identifying Rodriguez as the shooter. The evidence gathered at the scene supports this conclusion. The focus is now on motive and background. Immediately following the shooting, Rodriguez's behavior shifted. He did not attempt to flee the scene entirely. Instead, he moved into the museum building. Inside the museum, his actions were initially deceptive. He reportedly claimed to be a victim of the shooting. This statement was made to people inside. He also asked others within the museum to contact the police. This request furthered his pretense of being a victim. It complicated the initial response. When law enforcement officers arrived at the scene, Rodriguez was still inside. Upon encountering officers, he reportedly raised his hands. This is a common gesture of surrender. At this point, his demeanor changed. He made a direct statement to the police. He reportedly declared, "I did this." This statement was an admission of responsibility for the shooting. It was a critical moment in his apprehension. The admission was made voluntarily. He also stated that he was unarmed at that moment. This was communicated to the arresting officers. It facilitated his detention. While being detained, Rodriguez produced an item. He pulled out a red keffiyeh. This item is often associated with Palestinian solidarity. During his detention and subsequent arrest, he began chanting. The chant he repeated was "Free Palestine." This introduced a potential political dimension. He continued chanting this phrase. This occurred while he was being removed from the building. His vocalizations were noted by witnesses and authorities. After his arrest, Rodriguez provided further cooperation. He reportedly led police to a specific location. This was where he had discarded his weapon. The firearm used in the shooting has been recovered. Its recovery is an important step in the investigation. Ballistics analysis will be conducted. The sequence of his actions after the shooting is complex. His initial deception, followed by admission and political chanting, is being analyzed. Investigators are seeking to understand the motivations behind these behaviors. His willingness to reveal the weapon's location is also being considered. His cooperation contrasts with his initial false claims. The full picture of his post-shooting conduct is emerging. The red keffiyeh and the chanting are significant details. They suggest a potential ideological motivation for the attack. This aspect is a major focus of the ongoing investigation. Authorities are examining whether the attack was politically or ideologically motivated. The suspect's statements and actions after the crime provide key clues. The investigation is exploring all possible angles. The recovery of the weapon is crucial for forensic analysis. It will confirm it was the firearm used. It may also provide further evidence related to the suspect. Information regarding Elias Rodriguez's background is being compiled. He is known to have a history of activism. This aspect of his life is under scrutiny. Rodriguez is reportedly affiliated with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. This political organization is known for its radical stances. His membership suggests a specific ideological alignment. His involvement with the PSL is being investigated. Authorities are looking into the extent of his participation. His activities within the group are relevant. He has also been involved in the Black Lives Matter movement. His participation in BLM activities is documented. This indicates engagement in social justice causes. In 2017, Rodriguez participated in a protest in Chicago. This protest addressed issues of systemic racism and economic inequality. It was a notable event in his history of activism. During that protest, he reportedly referenced the police killing of Laquan McDonald. This specific reference highlights his focus on police brutality and racial injustice. His past activism provides context for his views. His history of activism is being examined for potential links to the shooting. Investigators are exploring whether his political beliefs played a role. The connection between his activism and the attack is a key question. His affiliation with specific groups is being noted. The ideologies of these groups are being considered. Authorities are trying to determine if the attack was driven by these affiliations. The 2017 protest participation is a specific example of his activism. It shows his engagement with particular social and political issues. This history is part of the broader background investigation. Understanding his past activities is crucial. It may help explain his motivations for the attack. The investigation is delving deep into his personal and political history. His involvement in multiple activist movements is being documented. This suggests a sustained engagement with political causes. The nature of these causes is being analyzed. The potential intersection of his activism and the attack is a primary focus. Authorities are working to establish any direct links. The investigation seeks to determine if the shooting was an act of political violence. His background provides potential insight into his mindset. It may help explain why he targeted the Capitol Jewish Museum and Israeli embassy staff. The investigation is exploring these connections thoroughly. The two individuals killed in the shooting were a young couple. Their identities were confirmed by authorities and the Israeli embassy. Their deaths are a profound tragedy. They were identified as Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky. Both were young professionals. Their lives were tragically cut short. Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky were Israeli embassy aides or staff members. Their roles at the embassy placed them in Washington, D.C. Their connection to Israel is a significant detail. They were found at the scene unconscious and not breathing. Emergency responders provided immediate aid. Efforts were made to save their lives. Despite life-saving efforts, they succumbed to their injuries. Their deaths were pronounced shortly after the incident. The severity of their wounds was critical. The Israeli embassy confirmed their deaths with deep grief. The embassy released a statement expressing sorrow. The loss was felt acutely by the diplomatic community. The Israeli ambassador shared a poignant detail about the couple. He revealed that Sarah and Yaron were about to get engaged. This detail underscores the personal tragedy of their deaths. Their planned engagement highlights the future they were building. It makes their loss even more heartbreaking. The human cost of the attack is immense. The victims' identities and roles are central to the investigation. Their connection to the Israeli embassy is a key factor. It suggests a potential motive related to their nationality or affiliation. Authorities are treating the case with the utmost seriousness. The targeting of embassy staff is a grave matter. The investigation is proceeding rapidly. The lives of Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky are being remembered. Their service to their country is being acknowledged. Their deaths are mourned by many. The focus on the victims is essential. They were the direct targets of this violence. Their story is a crucial part of understanding the impact of the attack. The fact that they were a couple about to be engaged adds a layer of tragedy. It personalizes the loss for the public. Their promising future was stolen. The Israeli embassy is providing support to their families. The diplomatic community is grappling with the implications of the attack. Security measures are being reviewed. The investigation seeks justice for Sarah and Yaron. Their deaths are the central focus of the criminal proceedings. The motive behind their targeting is paramount. The shooting drew immediate condemnation from high levels. President Donald Trump commented on the killings. His reaction was swift and strong. President Trump condemned the killings unequivocally. He expressed outrage at the violence. His statement reflected the seriousness of the incident. Trump described the killings as anti-Semitic. This characterization suggests a motive based on religious or ethnic hatred. It aligns with the location and victims. He called for an end to such acts. His statement urged a stop to violence targeting specific groups. The call was for greater tolerance and safety. The Department of Homeland Security is actively investigating the incident. DHS is involved due to the potential federal implications. The targeting of foreign embassy staff is a federal concern. The investigation is being conducted jointly by multiple agencies. The FBI is also likely involved. Collaboration is essential in cases of this nature. Authorities are exploring all possible motives. While anti-Semitism has been suggested, other factors are also being considered. The suspect's background and statements are key. The investigation is gathering evidence from the scene. Forensic analysis of the weapon is underway. Witness statements are being corroborated. The suspect, Elias Rodriguez, is in custody. He is facing charges related to the shooting. The legal process is beginning. The characterization of the attack as anti-Semitic is significant. It points towards a potential hate crime motivation. This will be a major focus of the prosecution. The involvement of DHS highlights the national security implications. Attacks targeting diplomatic personnel are taken very seriously. The incident has broader consequences. The investigation is thorough and ongoing. Authorities are working to build a complete case. The goal is to understand exactly why this tragedy occurred. The reactions from political leaders underscore the gravity of the event. The condemnation reflects the impact on the community and international relations. The focus remains on uncovering the full truth. The legal process will determine the specific charges against Rodriguez. It will also explore the evidence related to motive. The case is expected to be complex. The investigation continues to seek answers. The focus is on ensuring justice for the victims. The broader implications for security are also being addressed.